Hello, welcome to Bumpy Road Brewery. I brewed today. I'm just gonna first off just run over what I brewed, how it turned out as far as the brew day itself. For numbers, there'll be the still pictures with hopefully some music that's interesting or whatnot at the end of this. So, what I brewed today was my first ever Smash beer. Smash just stands for single malt and single hop. Created this to be a session IPA, so shoot for like a 4.8% ABV. And I will leave in the description below like the total breakdown percentages and stuff for any home brewers or anybody interested in starting up home brewing if they want to attempt this recipe. And first off, I'm going to let you know I am calling it WHAM BAM. And it's a Smash Session IPA. So the malt that I use, this is for a 5-gallon batch. I bumped it down my efficiency level to a 70%, and that seemed to work perfectly for me throughout this. But I used 9.5 pounds of Maris Otter. I had a total of 3 ounces of Amarillo, so just the Maris Otter malt and then just the Amarillo hop, so the 1 malt, 1 hop. 60-minute boil, 0.25 ounces of Amarillo, start at 60 minutes. My Amarillo was at a 10.3 alpha, so that was that. Nothing until I threw in a Warlock tablet, like 10 minutes left to boil, and then 5 minutes left to boil. Put an additional 1.5 ounces of Amarillo hop, and then I, once the boil was over, chilled it down to shooting for 180. It kind of dropped a little below that. It ended up at like a 170 when I actually dropped the hops, the remaining 1.25 ounces of Amarillo to steep for 20 minutes. So everything went well there. What I'm using for a yeast is, it's actually a Belgian yeast. And it is called, I wrote it down, Ardennes yeast. It's by wyeast. I think it is 3522, something like that, for the number that they use. But it's hopefully going to have some nice floral, maybe citrus, possible bit of tropical, just coming from the Amarillo hops itself. But then using the Belgian yeast, I'm hoping that that's going to then give it a little bit of some fruity esters and a little bit of some spice as well. So my numbers throughout, everything hit perfectly on this. So I think dropping my efficiency to the 70%, plus the minor tweaks I'd made before with my other brews, which I always seem to have some kind of number issue at some point. But today, everything was perfect. pH in my mash, 5.3. I didn't have to use lactic acid, just based off of my water profile that I have, and the water profile that I chose to try to hit with what it was calculated out for the brewing salts. Didn't have to use any lactic acid to get my pH to where I wanted it to be. Hit right at a 5.3. So great there. My post-boil, pre-boil, gravity was supposed to be a 1040. Hit it spot on at a 1040. And then my post-boil gravity, or my starting gravity, Was supposed to be a 1048, and nailed that one right at a 1048. So right now, everything on this, on the numbers, it should be decent. Of course, we don't know exactly what it's going to turn out like. I pitched the yeast, gave it some good aeration, and hopefully I can keep my temperatures up in here around the 68 to 70 Fahrenheit range. So all said and done, this should be a 4.8% session IPA, right around 43 or so IBUs. I'm looking forward to this one being done, because very rarely do I have a pretty much perfect brew day. So, and the last time I actually had a perfect brew day, I ended up back sucking my blow off water into and ruined everything. But anyway, so guys, just stay tuned to watch the stills and hopefully some music. So enjoy. Cheers.